Heyo, you're tuning into Toasted Time, where I cook your time with some Reddit stories. Right now we've got Off My Chest, where OP has a really terrible week. Our first story is by Always Under the Pew Pew. I considered a throwaway, but fridge it. It is 2:30 and my wife had just gone to the hospital with her friend to try and find out about my daughter, and I can't sleep, so I'm just going to write this out. Last year, my oldest daughter, A, met this guy and they started dating. We disliked him from the start. He was weird and into a very free-thinking stuff, including green that we knew about, and apparently other things. Anyways, they went on a trip together and she's given some substances and she flips out and stops eating and drinking and only talks about how she's a bad person. We get a call in day 4 and fly out to pick her up. She's almost gone at this point. We get her to the hospital and they barely help her, so we decided to get some food in her and get her home. We fly her home and bring her to the hospital. She's still very out of it, only saying a few words. And they admit her and bring her to the psychic ward because of her deep substance-induced psychosis. Over the next 2 weeks, she's slowly getting better and even starts to sound like her. 3 days ago, our cat is attacked by an animal outside our house. He was 14 and so much a part of our life, we don't dare tell our daughter. And then 2 days ago, she tells them that she doesn't want to see anyone. She's an adult, so they respect that, and today we went to see her and she's shut us out again. We waited for 2 hours just in case. 10 minutes after we left, she jumped from the 4th floor of the hospital, broke her hips, both legs, and one arm and cracked her skull. She will be in surgery for 12 hours tomorrow. My wife is so messed up, she couldn't even lay down. But we're so tired I can barely see. But now I can't sleep because we called and they don't have a record of her at the hospital. That may be because we have a protection order against the boyfriend, or perhaps she's being moved to another unit. Our good friend is driving her while I'm home with our other daughter who doesn't even know about today's events yet. I don't even know what I want from this post. I don't know. And I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I don't have much to say here on my part because I have no idea as to what I would feel if I was in that situation. OP, you are going through it right now. So what we're just gonna do is we're gonna go through some of the comments right now. What sort of psych ward has windows that open wide enough for someone to jump out of? She was showing improvement and she was allowed to walk around without a volunteer support worker. They were near the hospital commissary, which has a balcony. This sounds like terrible negligence on their part. I'm sorry. Oh, it 100% is, and there's gonna be a lawsuit, but we just care about her right now. I have worked in many capacities in healthcare, and quite a bit as a patient sitter. I hope you very much pursue this. Please do work towards supportive services for yourself and your wife. I also have a child in his 40s with mental health issues, and my heart is breaking for you. Thank you. Seeing her that way yesterday just broke most of us. Do not drag your feet on suing the stuffing out of this hospital, OP. Get a lawyer on this ASAP. It is total negligence on the hospital's part. So sorry you're going through this. I sincerely hope things are going to get better, friend. Thankfully, my wife grew up with a person who became an injury lawyer. I think it is already in the works. And then OP posted an update. She is out of surgery, 10 plus hours, and about half done. She's still being kept asleep. Scary, but not as much. Maybe we'll get some sleep today. You gotta take care of yourself so that you can be there for her. Make sure you eat too. Hugs. And yeah, like I said, I don't have much to say here other than the fact that, I absolutely agree. This is completely negligence on their part, and nobody should definitely seek out suing them because that is just terrible. Terrible! I tell you, holy cow, you heard that your daughter just about, did that thing that I can't say on YouTube. That is horrific to think about. And then, the cat on top of that as well, that's just very terrible circumstances, OP, and I feel for you. That is not fun sounding. But we're gonna move on to the next story now. Now, before we continue on, I just want to ask that if you are enjoying this so far, that you consider recommending this channel to friends and family, or just people you know, because the help for this channel is greatly appreciated. So, to continue on, and now for the final story, which comes from Electronic Tour. For context, I just broke up from a 3-year relationship. My mom told me that now that I'm on the market again, it is going to be more difficult for me to get a guy to respect me and take me seriously because I have plenty of tattoos. I have 15, not in really obvious areas apart from my upper arm and stomach, and she proceeds to explain that people will find me easy and they'll believe that I'm a one-night stand and not into relationship type, which is far from true. She said that I should cover my tats with clothes, for example, or else it's going to be difficult for me to find the one. She also called me the S word. I don't have a crazy fashion style either. My tattoos are a mix of neo-tribal and old-school traditional. And this really hurt me because firstly, I'm processing a tough and confusing breakup from my first actual serious relationship. And to hear that from my own mother made me feel, apart from depressed, more unwanted and dirty. My father is absent from my life, but I feel like he'd say the same thing. The fact that she gets to say this while I have been accepted to med school with a scholarship while co-owning an online shop and doing yoga and ballet pre-professionally is insane. Never heard a bravo in my life. And as of recently, I'm lacking self-confidence, and this comment made it me even worse. Because it's my own mother, and she must know better, right? So please, give me your unsolicited opinion. I personally would never correlate a person's tattoos with their actual preferences, etc. What do you think? Thank you for your time in advance. Well, OP, to give my opinion, which I'm gonna say this real quickly just to get it off bases. I know what I'm about to say is completely incorrect and just is probably very unfounded, but I would kind of agree with the fact that more tattoos does make me believe that you would be more into a one-night stand and not a relationship type person. Now, that is to say, not that I would disregard you as a dateable person. Absolutely not. I wouldn't. I'm just saying that if I did see you with tattoos, I would assume that you are into one-night stands and not necessarily into a relationship. I would think that. Granted, if I was interested, I would still, try and make a move. I'm not gonna be like, oh, she's into one-night stands and I want a relationship, therefore I'm not going with her. Because that is, once again, a completely unfounded opinion. It's just something that is, I guess, deep in my brain or something. Probably something I should try and discover within myself. I don't know why I have the opinion that tattoo gives me more nightstand vibes, but it just does. I can't exactly describe it because I don't know how, but that is my opinion. If I saw you with tattoos, I would assume that you are more into one-night stands and not necessarily a relationship type. That is not to say that I wouldn't try and date you if I was interested, just that would be my initial assumption about you. Once again, it is unfounded, but it does exist. Something I should probably try and look into about myself. But we're going to continue on to the comments right now. Oh, wait, sorry. Before we do that, guys, let me know what you're thinking down below. If you saw, let's say, for the men out there, if you're at a bar or maybe even a church or something, and you look across and you see a woman with tattoos, would you have the initial thought that she's more into one-night stands and not the relationship type? Or maybe you're inverted and you think that she is into a relationship and not a one-night stand? Or would you just be neutral with that? Let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Anywho, continuing on to the comments now. And starting off, this says a lot more about her morals than yours. She sounds terrible. Unless your tattoo is on an arrow pointing at your hoo-ha that says open for business, Your tattoos have nothing to do with indicating actual availability. All she has to do then is get an exit-only tattoo above her a-hole and that'll cancel it out. I don't correlate tattoos to promiscuity, but everyone has likes and dislikes, and that is okay. I personally do not like tattoos, and they are a turn-off for other reasons, not S. But I am one person, and there are many who will like your tattoos or not mind. Right. I have a butterfly between my shoulder blades. In what world would a butterfly correlate with DTF? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna guess it's down to fridge. Her mother reminds me of a friend's mother that told her that chipped nail polish makes a woman look like a tramp. Like what? How does that even make sense? Don't you know? If your polish is even slightly flawed, you don't care about your appearance. Must be a tramp. Or maybe you work with your hands, like most humans. The horror. And then someone finishes it off quite nice and sweetly. Tattoos are cool and a unique part of people. I just wouldn't listen to your mom. She is just wrong. I love my tattoos and think other people are really just interesting. Thank you for this insight. And yeah, once again, guys, let me know what you guys are thinking down below, because I clearly have something I need to work through myself, because if I take a woman without tattoos versus a woman with tattoos, my brain immediately thinks that the person with tattoos would be more DTF than the person without tattoos. And that is clearly something that I need to work on with my own mental abilities or something like that. But yeah, what are you guys thinking down below? Because I'm interested to hear what y'all are thinking on this. Do you think tattoos make you more, quote, easy, or just more into hookup than relationship? What are you guys thinking down below? Please let me know. I am very interested. Anyways, now, before I end this off, I just want to make it known that I have a Patreon where I'll be posting 3 videos a day, and just to cover the bases, I'll have you know that the 2 videos a day is still going on. But if you want to support me and get a little more content, then you can go over there for the low price of $1. And, as always, the support is really appreciated and will in turn be used to make better and better content as the days go on. But, enough of that. That is about it for those stories today, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe to become a fellow breadbag. Though, aside from that, I post 2 new videos every day on YouTube, so I hope to see you next time toasting session. But until then, have a good one.